I was considering making a whole bunch of separate videos for this stuff, but I don't want to be one of those people that posts 5 videos a day, so I have instead compiled 9 hints, tips, tricks, and secrets about rare blades, core crystals, and affinity charts into this mini extravaganza. I'm going to start with more broad info before moving on to specific rare blade related stuff towards the end. Where do you get rare and legendary core crystals? Well, you'll generally find better varieties of core crystals among the hundreds of chests scattered throughout the world. Gold and white chests with field skill requirements are more likely to yield better core crystals, but there is a way to farm them somewhat reliably. Unique monsters. Like the named mini-boss type monsters you find throughout the world, they have a higher than normal chance to drop core crystals, and while simply killing one can yield a rare core crystal, you can significantly increase your chances by killing it with a chain attack. If you land the final blow during a chain attack, your rewards are increased, and this is true of any enemy, but unique monsters are the ones to keep an eye on for core crystals. Once you've killed them, you can just respawn them over and over using their little graveyard. It should go without saying that the higher level the enemy, the better chance you have at a rare or legendary core crystal. So now we have some core crystals, but even a legendary one does not 100% guarantee you'll summon a rare blade. The way to maximize your chances is by maximizing your luck stat. The higher your luck stat, the higher chance you have of summoning a rare blade. Before clicking on any core crystal, even a common one, you should set luck increasing accessories and engage luck increasing blades if you have them. But let's say you only summon commons. Should you immediately destroy them for a couple of boosters? Well, apart from potentially having many useful skills for mercenary missions, there is another perk that comes from common blades. They have much smaller and much easier to complete affinity charts, and when their charts are 100% completed, you get special items and rewards. You can max common blade affinity charts entirely by using them in mercenary missions. And one of the useful things you can get for completing an affinity chart is something called Weaponry for Noobs. It's an item usable on the Enhance Arts menu that instantly adds 1000 weapon points to the weapon of your choice. They are great for getting a head start on ability upgrades for that brand new rare blade you just summoned. Oh great though, now you've decided you don't want Rex to be an attacker anymore, you want him to be a tank, but you summoned all your tank blades on another character. Now you may have come across something called an overdrive protocol on your travels. These items allow you to move a blade from one character to another, but they are extremely limited, so don't use them on a whim. This is the most important part though. Rex gains the ability to use almost every blade in the game towards the end, without needing an overdrive protocol, so it's probably a better idea to save these for another character. It seems like we've covered everything so far, but I think I forgot to mention that common, rare, and legendary core crystals aren't the only types in the game. You may have already come across the inherited core crystal being sold by a vendor in Torrigoth. These core crystals are required to summon specific blades that you can't get anywhere else, and there is one called a lucky core crystal that I was certainly lucky to have stumbled upon. I can't say for certain if this is the only spot you can find this core crystal, but this salvage point is where I fished up something a lot bigger than a chest. I used a golden cylinder at this salvage point just outside of a port in Morardain, and if the bridge isn't lowered here for you just yet, you just have to progress the main story a little further. Upon the successful salvage, a giant monster came up with it and was immediately hostile. Once I had killed it, a short scene played and I received the lucky core crystal that summons the rare blade Cassandra. From one charming rare blade to another, if you have Florenne, you may have noticed her exclusive field skill is called Beguiling Charm, but there isn't really any hints as to how to use it. It's actually really simple and can yield some nice rewards. Simply set her as your active blade and go walking around towns. When you notice an NPC with a trophy symbol above their heads, talk to them and Florenne will hit them with her charm. A short scene will play and you're likely to get an item or some gold as a reward. Simply using this field skill is how you upgrade it, and upgrading it to higher levels allows you to charm different NPCs and reap bigger rewards. And on the topic of things you unlock on affinity charts, what exactly do you do to unlock Godfrey's higher tiers? Well, if you're asking that question, you've probably managed to summon him super early in the game, so congrats. But Godfrey's entire affinity chart revolves around using him in special mercenary missions, and this feature doesn't become available until after chapter 3. Which leads me to my final tip. If you have a rare blade with an affinity requirement that isn't defined, it means you haven't unlocked the task, area, or boss in the broader game yet. So if you are seeing nothing but question marks on an affinity tier upgrade, your best bet is to simply progress with the main story. Just as Godfrey's requirements will be revealed once you've unlocked mercenary missions, so too will other rare blades requirements once you've unlocked whatever it is they are hiding from you. And one thing I hope you don't hide from me is your feedback, so to be sure to hit the like or dislike button, join the conversation in the comments section, check out the video description for links to my social media accounts and to find the latest JRPG deals and pre-orders. And if you enjoy my content, you could consider supporting JRPG on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Other than that, I'll see you all soon.